Hello and welcome to the Stronghold Digital Mining Daily Update. Today is Monday, January 22nd, 2024. So shares of Stronghold Digital Mining really had a bit of a turbulent ride in the stock market today. At one point, we were down below $5 a share. Then the stock price went up, then it went down, then it went up again. Thankfully, by the very end of the trading session, we closed higher. And as I look right now in the after hours market, we continue to trend higher. No guarantee that that'll stay the same, right? Because after hours trading tends to be even more turbulent than regular trading hours. But that being the case, when you look at a chart of shares of Stronghold Digital Mining and you look at other publicly traded Bitcoin mining companies, shares of our company really pretty much traded in lockstep for the most part with our peers in the publicly traded Bitcoin mining ecosystem. Now, speaking of Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin itself, as I look at our homemade Stronghold Digital Mining shareholder dashboard, I see that the price of Bitcoin is just under $40,000 a coin. It's showing $39,983. So, is there any plausible rationale for why the price of Bitcoin is below $40,000 a coin? I'm not aware of that reason. And so if you have any thoughts as to why that might be, I'm happy to read your thoughts in the comments. Grid prices, by contrast, are continuing to do reasonably well. It's about 4:15 in the afternoon, so I do anticipate that PJM Penelec as well as PJM PPNL grid prices will slowly but surely move higher as we approach the 5 o'clock hour. Grid prices have a tendency to spike up a bit, say roughly from between 4 o'clock to maybe say 6 o'clock. There tends to be a lot of electrical usage around that time, but generally speaking, grid prices have been exceptionally strong. No, I'm not necessarily talking about, 24-hour stretches where grid prices are like in the, hundreds upon hundreds of dollars, but there have been some very, very healthy stretches of time where you will see grid prices at the $100 mark. That is incredibly helpful for Stronghold Digital Mining, which of course derives its revenue not just from mining Bitcoin, but also from selling electricity to the grid. So that, those are just very, very encouraging numbers with regard to grid prices. Now, as for what's going on at Scrubgrass, I was really, really excited to check out some of the satellite imagery that presumably would have been captured by the Copernicus Sentinel-2 satellite yesterday, which would have been Sunday, January 21st, 2024. I was looking up at the clear blue skies here in eastern Pennsylvania, and I was absolutely convinced that the weather out in western Pennsylvania would likely be the same. And so therefore, the quality of the imagery captured would be exceptional. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work that way. And so the way it's without getting into a technical explanation of satellite bands and how these images are captured and how they're processed and how the timing of all this works, suffice it to say that the image of Scrubgrass was shrouded in clouds. That sometimes in January, I'm noticing, not just sometimes, but a lot of the times is the case. But about every 5 days or so, the satellite will make a fresh flyover. And so we will continue to have opportunities to see what's going on at Scrubgrass, bearing in mind that we are still in a so-called go slow period. Greg Beard, Chief Executive Officer, Stronghold Digital Mining, pointed out during our December 12th, 2023 Carbon Capture Forum that for the next 60 to 90 days, and remember, this was back on December 12th, so 60 to 90 days would basically represent roughly a period of time that would extend through maybe the middle of February, if you're going to say 60 days, or perhaps closer to the middle of March, if you were to say 90 days. And that go slow period means, hey, we're not going to really be building out, the entire site. Instead, the goal is going to be to try to really optimize the carbon capture process, really make an effort to, just improve and iterate on the assembly and engineering of the carbolith devices themselves. There evidently was going to be a second carbolith assembled, because sometimes when more than one carbolith works together, the sort of the efficiency of the collective, right, is improved. So I'm really interested to see if more recent satellite imagery might give us a better insight as to whether or not that second carbolith has in fact been assembled. And I am cautiously optimistic that we will at some point in the not too distant future be getting an update directly from Stronghold Digital Mining as to how, the test results are faring, right, in terms of, evaluating how much carbon we're actually capturing using our beneficial use hash in conjunction with these carbolith direct air capture devices. So I am looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's trading day. I'm cautiously optimistic we might catch a break, see the price of Bitcoin begin to go up again, and then in turn, we are likely to see our stock price continue to go up again. And I'm sure that's something that you and I can both agree will be a very nice thing to see. Okay, my friend, let's stay positive, let's be great, and we'll see each other, or at least speak to each other as we're doing now, tomorrow.